have to remember, is only there for her sister. Now, if she makes friends and relationships on the way, great. But all the friendships that she's made, everyone has died or left or, you know, something's happened. Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I mean, is there a way that some of these neutrals cannot be neutrals and stay in their house and still participate? Maybe next season you'll get in with the cool people. I guess I got lucky because Marge is an old friend of mine. I mean, can neutrals ally and not be neutral anymore and still live in their house? Like if your house head went to Vanguard and said, "Hey, we want to fight with you.
They find
How can we
themselves
help?"
in regularly,
would
and they don't really
would Vanguard be like, "Fuck yeah,
like
let's
that.
do this"? Or would they be
If
like,
it's more
"No,
neutral, like, okay, how,
you're not an angel"?
like, how do shifters work, or who do they
That's what I'm saying.
decide
Don't
with?
be
Or
neutral.
do they
Is
pick a
that
side?
even an option?
That kind of question is more positive, if you will, less assuming.
Oh wow, that was a good nap. How are you guys? Good nap? Got a crink in your neck?
Relaxed and refreshed.
Okay, that's good. I mean, I must have logged in late, huh?
I owe a shifter an apology then.
Well, no, not that. It's more, you know, if you approach someone, because the very nature of shifters is you usually don't know if someone is one. It might color their
Thanks for
opinion
hanging out
of
and
you
chatting
without
with me
you
about it. I
realizing
love
it
doing the
necessarily.
recaps. I love when we
So-
can talk about it, about what's happening. It's so fun.
Yes, but
it's so
it
fun
seems
for
I've
me.
rendered one quite defensive into turning into
I'll go
her
back and do highlights and
alternate
stuff
form,
probably
let's call it.
tomorrow of today's VOD.
I believe it was a
Perhaps.
black wolf, but
I think some of
Charity?
my VOD's going to be muted because
Clarity.
the music
Clarity,
boxes in the
yes, that's
houses
It probably
get
became
make
was
my
it-
my
did
VODs
it
get
become
muted because of the
nighttime
music
or
boxes.
daytime?
So I
Once
wish they
you
would
shift
take
it.
out the music boxes.
It was daytime.
That whole time that we were at the
That's
party
why.
and they were playing that music, that piano music, I guarantee that whole section of
That's
my
the
video,
other thing.
my
You
VOD's
don't
gonna
know
be
what
muted.
drives them. Some of them are like
So I'll try
werewolves,
not to clip
basically.
anything
Certain
that
things
has
trigger them or keep them
portions
in
of
one
it
form or
muted,
the
but-
other. Others can shift at will. To some it's extremely painful. To others it's
Neffy, I bet it
just
was
like
fun to
changing
watch.
roles. Shifters cannot be just classified into this term and say, this blanket term covers everything satisfyingly.
And we didn't lose any angels in that fight. In
Now,
that
I'll
specific
choose
fight.
my words carefully here. What
Of course.
causes this? Is it some sort of plague
Again.
or works of
It's all the above question or answer.
Again, exactly that. It's for each shifter that answer might be very different.
Mm-hmm. Some may become from a beast to a human, or the human is the shifted form, and some the opposite. Some is mainly caused by magic, some are just basically made this way.
Bad timing, huh?
Some may
Just
have it
wrong
as a
spot
blessing
at
from
the
our
wrong
God,
time for you.
or someone just learned the magic to do so. But basically, it can come from any shape or form. So, all of the above.
That's really a question if you... I would really recommend with shifters in particular, but with people of the lands overall to not group them together. Get to know them individually rather, and get to know their stories, if you will. It's even if you have a group of people, take the graveyard. We have, and she is rather upfront and open about it, so I can disclose that. Ellie is a vampire, for example. She does not go around and do the bitey on people randomly.
To the
Apparently there were others in these lands who did. Again, not all vampires are the same. Even down to how they feel about certain
Nathaniel's,
things. You
like,
cannot
high
classify them and
adrenaline
say,
right now.
okay, I've met one vampire. I've asked them questions. That answers questions about all others around them. Bones, for example, is an orc. Orcs and Vangul are different, even though people apparently assume it's very much the same.
Who's Bones?
Which gets
I
kind
don't
of
think
Bones.
frenzy.
I heard that
Bones
name a lot
Mystery?
today, but I don't.
Yep, Bones can set you very
I
straight
don't
if
know
you
who
make
they
that
were
assumption.
talking about. At the
I think it was
archives.
Sapphire that set me straight when she explained it to me. I was one of those people who thought the Bengals and Orcs were relatively the same, but no, they're two completely different creatures. No offense.
So that's another member of the graveyard who is very much not representative of all of their kind. And we have,
They're not gonna
well,
chop your head
Dira,
off.
a drow, who are not exactly native to these lands, but she is, or they are rather, also not entirely typical for the species, from my knowledge. So, if you meet another one of them, their behavior and approach towards you might be very different.
Now, I came across. This was in the unnamed city. We cut down a serpent.
Fallen angel.
Upon
that
skinning
was
its flesh, we
dead.
came across something called
Has
home
that
of
been?
demonic.
Isn't there
Believe-
someone who did do
That's
that? I don't know.
Blood
I
magic
feel like
related, yes.
Indeed, that is if you wish to learn blood magic.
someone fell.
As with any arts of magic,
I
that would
don't know.
include the ones
I feel like that
that
was something someone was talking about
strings
last week.
is following like earth magic, for example. There are certain
It does.
steps of ascension, if you will. You follow the magic,
I
you
don't know if I'd want to ever be
channel
an
it
angel
further,
though,
and you need a
'cause,
book that you read in order to get more powerful
I mean,
books of ascension. The demonic ones are the ones related to blood magic, bestowed
So-
upon by Wraith.
This has nothing to do with transmogrifying into a demon, now,
I'm a
does
hard
it?
RP, I think. I wouldn't.
If you
No.
were to,
I
if you were to read this book, even if you were to follow blood magic, this would not make you a
they're so
demon.
serious. I can't be
see.
serious and emotionless. I, as a person, just me in
It
general,
would corrupt you.
I'm such
it
an
would corrupt you
emotional
badly.
person.
Let's put it that way. It is not something that you
That-
should. It's a.
I might have
judging,
cried a
and-
little
and the
bit
graveyard
when
itself
Corin
is
died
actually a
today.
place that doesn't judge on these things. But word of caution when it comes to blood magic, 2 words. Rather.
And Rahatil. It really made me
people
sad.
tend to judge it the harshest of all schools of magic due to its very nature. Understandably so. And secondly, if you were to ever be curious about it or even follow it, be prepared to lose a lot of yourself in it in the process. It's,
I think she was very
every
upset,
magic comes with a
yes.
price, but I
Yes.
think this school in particular has
She's
the
never had friends
most
until now.
demanding one.
She's only ever had the people
Yeah.
that kept her and Izzy, like the
You
siblings.
lose a piece of
On the
yourself.
subject of magic, would you consider yourself a scholar of sorts?
Myself.
So I couldn't play an
yes,
angel
I am
because
actually.
I
My
could
very
not be
task of being
emotionless.
here
I couldn't do it. I could
initially
not
at
do it.
least
I'm
was
too
one.
as a person. I'm just too emotional.
What do you know of
I
the
wouldn't be able
school
to.
of
I wouldn't be able to
wind
pull it
magic?
off. They would. I think it would drain me too
And
much
magic.
as a woman, as a
Yes.
mother. It would drain me too much. It would
I-
put
not
me in
much,
such a bad
to
mood. I
be
think. I just.
perfectly frank. It's
I can. I know it
school
would
that,
change my mood
Bones
in
follows,
real life,
for
and
example.
I don't ever want to play a
and
character
through
that
Bones
would change my mood.
Mirion has picked up on. I only know that they like their thunder strikes and lightning.
Here, I was hoping I could accelerate my arrows.
No, that
They found,
okay. It sounds logical, but it's not how it works. Sadly.
unfortunately,
Shame.
yeah. I know exactly what you mean. And yeah. Can't do that, unfortunately.
Hurling that firehammer halfway across the world.
It's hard to not get nervous though. It's really hard because
Certainly.
Funnily
Show.
enough, the air
It's
mages
exciting.
have
It's
a small
exciting,
hammer
right?
crackling with
you're nervous and you're
thunderous
excited and
energy, which they
anxious.
use to hammer on calamity notes, preferably in the unknown city, to get their ascension gems, if you will, their furtherment of their power.
Oh, here, get me started. I need to collect 520.
I need a
No,
group to go
more
into the
than that.
volcano with because I still haven't been able to go because I haven't found a group. And I
That's
keep
a hassle
thinking
already.
about that.
Yeah, I don't practice
No, maybe
magic as such myself.
Go to a house tomorrow.
more
Maybe they'll let you
a man of the
participate. Maybe
sort,
they won't.
and, well,
Maybe
if not
all the
wielding a sword,
neutrals
then
can
usually
come
a
in
piece of
clutch,
parchment
and after
ink.
after
I
the
try
two
to
teams have already been fighting, come
make
in and
notes
finish
and
wiping him out and
learn
be the
things
victor.
But if I have to
I
defend
think that would
myself,
go
it's not with
against the
magic usually.
storytellers, but I mean, tell your story.
We are alike in this regard, except I typically prefer the bow. It's a little safer.
Your house. Who's your house leader?
The trouble with bows is, some like arrows in these lands are finicky. Hitting a target in these lands is rather finicky. If I use my twin blades, for example, and I swing,
We were
I
talking to Abaddon
almost
last night and
to
Sycris
absolute certainty
at
sure
Eden.
that my
We were
blades will
up by their
connect.
battle arena, and somebody was on the lake shooting a mammoth, and
This
her
is true.
arrows were
When-
missing, and they were shooting
fighting
all the
in a
way
group
up
and you need
to where we were
retreat
on the
to
top of the
recover,
mountain. It was
Bringing
insane.
out the bow is a perfect alternative to fleeing.
Aria?
That's why we have a spellcaster for that
I
very
think I met
purpose.
Aria,
Dira is
actually.
proficioning herself in all schools of magic, which I find both admirable and signs of madness, because that is a task. One school of magic is already tiresome and, how do you say,
They are.
taxing.
And,
When it comes,
All of
she's
them
had
when it
comes down to
the
essential
interactions she's had with them,
arcane is
none of them were
the
negative.
easiest
Yes.
and fastest.
None of them.
66
Not a
amethyst
single
gems.
one.
And the arcane.
They've never threatened her or intimidated her.
Or on the essence
Or
collector,
threw her under the bus.
what I mean.
Remember that night Opal threw me under
Ectoplasm.
the
I
bus?
think we got
Do you
about,
remember that with the
we got about
demons?
1,000 ectoplasm out of Wraith.
Remember that? That was last Saturday when it was a
That
volcano.
certainly explains why Virion is pursuing Arcane.
It is
Some
rather
of that
straightforward.
ectoplasm?
We could
I think
certainly
it's
make arrangements.
4 days ago.
Sure.
Oh, gotcha.
You would
Yeah,
have
like
to talk
they're-
to Ellie and
they've
to
been
Dira though,
polite.
because the
I
other
mean,
ones
when
making
I went to
most
Eden,
use of the material.
we
So
went
they
up
can
into
judge
the
however
yard,
much we can
across the
trade.
bridge. Like there was no issues.
I will most likely is going towards making more arcane magic with me, so most likely will be the case.
But again, this is the fairy. And
Well, in general, not just for the ley
typically
lines.
don't
If
have
you
a
need
problem with the fairy,
any help,
you know?
you know how to reach us. Just send a raven. I would say come visit, but I know that the trip up north to our location is a bit on the tiring side.
It's necessarily tired. I've traveled on foot essentially everywhere, so I don't really mind making the trip. It's just the fact that you guys are in the cold, and I need to be extra careful. 'Cause yes, I may be highly attuned to
Yeah.
fire. My downside is I'm quite weak to cold.
Sounds
there is
tough.
Hmm.
I saw today that there's a cookie or something you can eat that heats you up a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
So I think
being part
Zephyr
of the
gave it
rental,
to
they have-
Diavar, and
something.
it might be something to look into.
And I do have the... What do you call it? The volcanic
Fire
heat as
hammer?
well. I
The
got some
hammer
Ulfric.
miflimmer?
Hmm?
The hammer miflimmer that keeps you warm? The flame hammer? I have...
A hammy hammer? Unfortunately, though, maybe flame, it doesn't actually keep me warm.
no. Sadly.
The fur mantle and some Highland berry wine.
You
should
can go
be
back
fine.
to my VOD. You could go to Abaddon's VOD.
I do
You
need
could
to
go
be
to
more
Galatea's
mindful of
VOD.
overheating, because that is a... Let's just say I get more volatile.
You should watch
when that
it.
does
It's
happen.
worth it. I'll highlight mine and it'll tomorrow and have the highlight up.
So essentially, I like to keep myself at a normal temp. No,
Okay.
for that not to happen.
Funny enough, the plate of Agnius is
Have a good night,
also,
Nebby. Thanks for hanging
when
out.
you
Thanks
hold
for
it,
the
it almost
follow.
fills you with warmth and hope. So, that's also one way to... If you see someone with the plate drawn in the cold, it might just be keeping themselves warm with a firm grip around the weapon that keeps them
Oh,
safe.
the back.
and
Oh, yeah.
gives them
For sure. You better
a
have
reassuring feeling.
4 tabs pulled up because I think everyone that
Yeah,
streams is
don't
going to
always
be
assume
streaming it.
someone wielding a blade. Or, in the case of angels where they have flaming swords, if they're in the cold and you just see them randomly just take out their flaming sword, don't assume that they're going to attack
Did y'all
you.
see
They're
that?
probably just taking
Did
out.
you see
just
that
to
guy
keep
running
themselves
around
warm.
up there?
Or as a light, I guess it's a flaming sword after all, so it's like a torch.
Like my flaming hammer.
Exactly.
Only difference is mine's brighter.
well,
So long as they aren't charging while shouting at me, have their sword out all they want.
indeed. Also, people in these lands usually don't tend to just run at someone and strike them. We are uncivilized lands, but civilized people for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's running. I hear steps.
Hello. Goodbye.
You forgot to use your
Is it
gargoyle voice. Come on, gargoyle gang.
That was my gargoyle voice.
Hello.
I'm a gargoyle. Rawr.
I'm fascinated by the roar. Why? I was about to say, why do you assume that this little fellow here goes roar?
Why do you assume he goes?
Right.
"Rawr"? Well, let me hear. Let me hear what you think he sounds like.
Yarp.
Yarp. That's what you
Yarp.
think he sounds like? Yarp.
Probably.
I'm a gargoyle. Gargoyle. Yarp.
Gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
I found it more appropriate for this little guy than roar.
Rawr.
I don't know.
I don't know. Rawr. I think it makes more sense.
I mean, the thing is, he cannot answer our questions, so we will never know, probably.
You might be right.
Right.
You might be wrong.
We can only keep them safe and sound. Make sure they're not getting harmed. But that is all.
That does beg the question. What's the statue based on?
No.
Surely some creature exists that resembles this. No?
Well, apparently,
I've
I've heard yesterday from, I think it was Bones, who said that one of the angels at the party insinuated that Fangs would make for a great gargoyle on the tower at Vanguard.
Well, if Fangs was one of my members, I'd give that angel a boot.
I think it was more in jest, and as much as we're the graveyard, we do have a good sense of humor, so as long as it's not an actual threat, you know.
I see.
But I was trying to, look at this and say, maybe, some kind of bad creature was used as reference, perhaps.
Probably.
Would surely make for an interesting sight to have two individuals like Fangs left and right of it. But then again, I think Fangs so far is a bit on the lonely side of things in these lands, judging also by how people react to him generally. I think a gentleman yesterday immediately drew a sword and tried to strike him.
I don't know who Fangs and Bones are.
Any fangs?
Is that the same person?
Yeah,
That's not the same person.
apparently the group visiting the party went through a portal, came out on the other side here in Sandstorm City, and one guy immediately jumped forward with a sword.
That I was there. That's because a mammoth came through right before he did, and they thought that he was wild.
A mammoth.
Yes.
In the
Oh
desert.
my.
It came through this.
Oh,
No, it
yeah,
came through the portal
remember
here from
that.
the Iceland.
There was
and-
a bit of a string of wild saber-tooth going through the portal, coming on this side, attacking Vale first, and then everyone else.
Mhm.
I don't thought it was a shifter going crazy, and no one attacked until somebody made the decision.
Yeah, it was just a mistake. I was there. I saw it. Because a
No, it
mammoth
wasn't
pushed
to
me.
that, but it's more like they are like with the rarity. I was trying to say with the rarity of his being. I think most people don't realize that it's
Because
not
that
a wild
mammoth
creature.
kicked me
That's what I
and
was trying
pushed
to say.
me back into the
Now
portal
that I remember, there was
earlier.
a shale back near the well.
It just
Could
kicked
be
me back into the
small
portal.
hiccup. Who knows?
If a creature walks through the portal, they get transported to the other side. So there's
Yes,
a possible chance
precisely.
that the mammoth could go through if we were to
it
hit the
did.
right spot.
They could. Idrit actually, sorry, my Drake, the other day, I was on the side of the jungle portal. You know how there are crocodiles on the other side, usually.
Yes.
It apparently saw Idrit and thought this was a conflict of territory and bit Idrit into his ankle. Idrit did not like that and in one fell swoop killed the crocodile and flung the corpse through the jungle portal, never to be seen again.
Damn. Wow. That was an impressive
I've been
hit.
terrified. Someone just standing there about to go through the portal, and then our crocodile
Dead
corpse
crocodile.
comes flying through.
That's perfect
We
timing.
chose not to check because I think the tension on the other side, if it actually went through, we did not want to be there for that.
Imagine barging in with your
I'm sleepy, guys. We have been live for a long time.
boasting about. Be a good show.
Way to make an entrance, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, I find the wildlife in these lands rather harebrained at times. The birds in the jungle, for example, seem to think it's a wise idea to attack a drake, and every time Idrit just turns around and just smacks them into the ground and almost buries them into it.
Well, don't get me wrong, they may be harebrained, but they're quick. Oh? One moment you're walking around a corner in the jungle, and then the next moment there's a bird, and then all of a sudden it pecks you at the same time and puts you in the ground.
A bear?
Well, they're getting their comeuppance then.
There have been many times that happened to me. I'm just running through, and then, I'll walk past an ostrich or a bird, or whatever the hell you call it, and it pecks me and pushes me down.
I don't seem to have that problem. They tend to avoid me. Maybe they don't like me. Insulted now.
Are you saying you would prefer to be picked on by birds all the time?
Well, were they my pets?
No?
Well, I have a skinning knife. Can always use more feathers.
Actually, it's a sickle you want to use for feathers.
Mm-hmm. You get a lot more.
Do not judge the methods, only know that they work.
Of course, but some methods work better than the others, and with a sickle you can... Well, with a skinning knife it's more messy, I guess, and you don't really get much of the feather part. So the sickle is apparently better at getting the feathers off the body.
True.
Try it
I
next
hate
time,
it.
you'll see
hate
a
it.
higher...
Good point.
Oh, well. Thank you, I guess.
My skills as a hunter are brought into question.
I've been in these lands longer than you. Me saying that having been here for just over a week, but factual statement.
I've been on these lands for quite a while now.
I gathered from your
Are
stories.
we comparing
but,
dick sizes right now,
I had
guys?
to make a hasty visit. I was actually visiting an old friend per schedule, but apparently then two members of the household decided to just up and book it. Can I help you?
What is this gem bag you have that's glowing?
That, well, it's a satchel within which I carry that's many different things, but mostly parchment, my feather and my ink, and some, well, gems, what I find on the way, minerals.
Is it Can you make it?
Sure.
Yes, you can craft it.
It's very simple, actually. You just have to think about the different kinds of satchels you can make, if you will, belts and satchels. Get some blueprints, and it's a normal armor's item.
I did not know
Very
you
cheap
could
to make as
do
well.
that.
It's just leather,
Holy
really.
shit. Oh,
Take
thank
my
you.
advice,
I'll check it
does
out.
not look good the quiver you wear.
Listen, don't talk about my quiver.
I have
You don't
the
know how
same
I quiver. Stop. You don't know my quiver.
It is.
We don't have the
identical.
same quiver, I'm
I
sure of
assure you.
it. I'm a fairy.
Okay. I'm not questioning it. Just you might just want to make the point that it might
Let
take
me
its
look at
place.
this. No, that's okay. That's okay. I just have it there to hold my healing arrows. It's fine.
Although you could alter the position of the quiver to be on your correctly, work perfectly.
I did not know you can. I was wondering what these little glowy lanterns were.
In fact, it may very well be more practical for combat.
Adorable. I want to make some. Do these make your bag size larger, or is it just a cosmetic? Herbalist, hunter. Ooh, I want the mystic. The mystic.
But well, if you go for that particular satchel, it is
Okay.
kind of a scholar's item, if you will. We usually travel around, we record things, we collect things. If you want to go for that one, but there are different ones. There's one completely filled just with minerals, I think, if you're just out for that and you're less
one
of
for
a
fairy
writer.
dust.
I don't know. I'm not,
Oh,
related
I'll
or
check
affiliated
then.
with fairies, so. But you can take a look, for sure.
Thank you.
Not to worry.
Oh, almost fell
Which
off.
reminds me, I should actually save a bit on the candle.
I have a question. What is fairy dust exactly?
You don't want to know.
Oh, but I
It's
do.
greasy and gritty. It looks like it's molting. Tastes like pity.
I hope you do not imply that fairy dust is dandruff.
What is that? Do I look like I have dandruff?
Did I say?
Say it
You look like
again.
you had dandruff.
Say it again.
No, you do not have dandruff.
Nope, I don't. You're right.
Look at him offending another species.
Again. Again. I'm not
You
offended.
seem to have a talent. I'm joking. I'm jesting.
Yes, I know. My mother would be quite ashamed. I know.
My mother. Oh, I am so tired. I need to go to bed so I can get up in time to
So,
be
apart
part of this
from
battle
inquiring
tomorrow.
about these lands, what are your plans for today?
Well, I was expected to return about 3-4 hours ago.
Oh my.
It's a typical day in
Killed out
Conan.
More than once.
Say hello from the graveyard and explain that, I've been, we're not, like, the rest here is not part of it, but, if you want to put the blame on someone, spreading knowledge and, helping out with information might help you with your case of it being necessary.
I will say it was a diplomatic endeavor, and
Mm.
that will be that.
A diplomatic endeavor with the shifters of the lands, I see.
Yes. Along with its many different people.
To be fair though, I think
Ladies,
the
what
ire
are
of
we
shifters is very
wearing?
easy to attract
What are we wearing
as
tomorrow?
background, and they are also rather
What are we
open and
wearing for the
transparent
battle
about it.
tomorrow?
The
Do
archivists
we want battle
themselves
hair,
are
like
shifters.
messy battle hair?
So they themselves are
Or do we want pixie
part
cuffs?
of what you would call the broader shifter group, so to say. They have a book in their library, in their archives, that apparently caused another shifter to throw an absolute tantrum, shift into a wolf form and run off.
Jess, in
Since
distress.
when they have
Hi.
actually put up some form of disclaimer.
Nice to see you again.
So, even amongst themselves, they appear to be rather easy to provoke each other.
I understand. Play nice with the shifters.
No, that's what I was saying. I was just making the point that even amongst themselves, they apparently can't keep their temper fully at bay and not misinterpret things or get offended.
Well, perhaps I'll greet them with a cookie.
Wait, you
That
want a
is
cookie?
always a good first move.
You bake?
Not myself, no. Our house leader, she has a talent for it. Although I fear she's inhaled a little bit too much arsenic working the forge.
Oh. I have some banana cream beetle cookies if you'd like some.
Beetle cookies.
I said banana cream beetle. Yes.
Is
A
it
little bit.
again with scorpion in it?
No, no, no. Banana cream beetle.
Yes, I'm just making sure we don't want to have a repeat of the swollen tongue incident.
Listen, she was having an allergic reaction. There was not any poison in that, okay? Galatea is allergic to scorpion. Just remember that. Don't ever feed her scorpion pie. Just don't. Bad things happen.
Why would
she
you
couldn't
want
pray
to
to
eat
her father.
scorpions?
Who has never eaten a meat pie? Don't tell me you have never eaten a meat pie, cause I'm gonna call you a falsehood teller. Is that what she calls them? A falsehood. What was that?
Do you refer to tourtière?
Yes, sorry, what?
Tourtière. It's a French delicacy, typically for the holidays.
Here's you a banana cream beetle cookie. Please enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you
Great.
kindly. Just to make sure, this has been baked separately from your own establishment, I assume.
My own what?
This is not coming from a garden of sorts, I hope?
No. We don't have a garden anymore. We were forced to move into a stone tower, and our garden was destroyed. So I baked it.
That is
You're
a shame.
welcome. Enjoy it. You'll like it.
If it is all the same to you, could I save it later with a bottle of rum? I find sweets are much more delectable.
It would.
With rum.
You know what? It would be better with grape juice. Let me give you some grape juice so you don't have to wait.
Do you carry around a kitchen with you, perhaps?
Don't judge me.
You'll find a lot of assistance in these lands with regards to food
I
and
dropped you
drink.
both a grape juice to eat with your cookie. Bring with the cookie.
I don't. My stomach doesn't take kindly to grapes in the morning, and for me it's early morning.
Oh, I need to go to bed. You can't let it just sit there.
It's wrapped up in parchment in the satchel. It will be preserved
Can't
nicely
just let
until
the
I
grape juice sit
return home and I
Children.
can enjoy it with a fresh glass of
I
milk.
made this grape juice fresh this morning with honey and leaves from various gardens I came across today.
I appreciate it. It's more, I really get stomach issues if I drink grape juice this early.
You don't have to drink it this early, but you can't just leave it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Waste not, want not.
As long as you're not allergic to honey or beetles or bananas or cream or then you should be fine.
Sorry, what was
Well,
the
or
last bit?
apparently scorpions.
No, there's no scorpion.
No, but what was that last bit?
It was a
I'm deathly allergic to that.
No, you're not. You've already
I think it
eaten.
was more.
You've already eaten the cookie. You're fine.
You poisoned me, woman.
No,
What have you
I
done?
do not put poison in my foods. Okay,
I just...
ever.
You're just eternally now in her possession. Welcome to your new life.
Take me to the graveyard.
Just
I
walk
wish
into
people
the
would
light.
rest properly.
Rest well with Gaia.
Oh, poor Isilim. He was known very shortly in these lands.
Fell asleep to
Oh,
a
well.
fairy.
I was about to say
At
he's
least I upset
speechless.
the shapeshifters.
Hmm?
That is
You're
one
what?
thing to be known for, apparently.
It's not a great legacy, but it's mine.
Also not a difficult one, apparently.
Well, I think I'm gonna be off. I need to get to sleep.
Of course.
We'll catch you,
Oh.
Gargoyle Gang, later. Don't do gargoyle things without me.
I mean... You're kind of up here.
Mhm.
What was that?
You're kind of squatting up here.
You need me to come back up there?
And join us, sure, but you should rest.
I should rest, you're right. Alright, farewell, friends.
Take care.
Whose horses are these?
I have my ear chewed off.
I'm almost done with the Hunter's Quest, I think. I'm on the demon heads. There's 4. Did I hear that right today? That there's 4 different hunters you're supposed to seek out? I'm on the 3rd one, the one here in the Highlands. Remind me tomorrow to go over there and get a flaming hammer. A hammer flimmer. A flimmer hammer. I am so tired. I don't even know if I can run back to the Stormbringers tonight. I think I can get on early enough tomorrow to go to Stormbringers. I told Miss I'd take care of her pets. What the? Who is that? I hear footsteps. Let's check the mail. The Vanguard. Does Opal know what everyone has decided? Does Opal know what was decided here at Roshni per person? Wow. Where's Lulu? Oh, her pets aren't here. I was gonna take care of her pets, but they're gone. Be still, Lulu. Be still. I'm gonna get on early and run back to Stormbringers. I'm too tired tonight. I'm too tired. Plus, I wanna show y'all. I wanna show y'all something. Don't judge her. That's how she sleeps, okay? That's just how she sleeps. Guys, I gotta show you this. I gotta show you. I gotta find this so I can show you. I gotta show you what happened. Wait. It was way in the beginning. Oh wait, there. See, there's the mammoth right there. Wait. That's not what I want to show you. That's not what I want to show you. But I do want to show you that now because that was funny. I think I yelled at him right there. Look at this. The mammoth came through the portal. Look at it. Fucking kicked me through the portal. Anyway. That shit was funny. Wait, nope. This is what I want to show you. Hold up. Hold up. Let me find it. Let me find it. Damn. I have to show you guys this because it's so funny. I was looking for Galatea last night because I told her I would meet up with her before she got kidnapped. I told her I would meet up with her because I had some wolf heads for her. And I knew where she was going because she told me she was going to go hunt for them. Damn, where did the angels... Not here. I wanted to show you the part where Nathaniel runs me over, because I think it's hilarious. Oh, we go to the party. I read the Demon's Guide on How to Date. That was an interesting book. I did read that. Vale's trying to teach... He's trying to describe love to Tilly. And... Yeah. I want to find this. Watch, look, watch this, guys, wait, watch this. How does he not see me? Guys, he fucking runs me over. He fucking ran me over. Oh my god. Y'all was, that was hilarious. That was so funny to me. All right. All right. Is there anybody on tonight? Is there anybody left that is streaming? Let me see if there's anybody still streaming that we can host. If not, we'll just call it for the night and get back to it tomorrow. Let's see, is there anyone on? Guys, thanks so much for hanging out today. I appreciate it. All the new follows, the subs, the resubs, the bits. Y'all are amazing, and this community is insane. I can't even believe how much love I've gotten from this community. It's been amazing. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys welcoming me so easily. I thought I was going to be stressed out and it was going to be difficult. And I mean, it is difficult, but I didn't think it would be as amazing as it is. And I appreciate it so much. And I appreciate all of you. I don't see anybody RPing. I see a couple RPs. So I'm going to run the credits and then we'll do a raid. I'll see who's... I see Lotus RP. I know somebody was talking about Lotus yesterday. So we'll do the credits and then we'll do a raid, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Thank you so much.